Hey, I'm Richie Castellano. Today I'm going to do an experiment on camera. I recently watched two YouTube videos, from two great channels, by the way. One is from Ola Englund, and he did a video about using the Metal Zone, the Boss MT2, as a preamp, not as something that would go in front of the amp, but something that goes directly into the power amp or the effects return of an amp. And the other video I saw was of Michael Nielsen, who was talking about VHT or Fryette power amps. And I happen to have both of those things. I have a Boss MT2 right here. I have a VHT, which is now called Fryette power amp, made by the brilliant Steve Fryette. And I also have a matching VHT cabinet with a pair of, it's 212s Eminence P50s. So I want to see if using the Metal Zone with the VHT power amp, which I think is the best power amp, I think it has magical properties and it makes whatever you plug into it sound better. I want to see what that does. So here's my clean sound. I'm just mic'd up with a 57. There's nothing particularly sexy about that. It's pretty sterile, but we're going right into a power amp. So now I'm going to put the Metal Zone pedal on. Everything's at noon. All the power amp controls, all of the pedal controls. All right, that's fine. It doesn't sound awesome, but the Metal Zone pedal has some pretty powerful EQ controls, so I'm going to mess around with that, and I'll bring the level up too. That sounds really good. I'm going to keep messing with this and see if we can get something even more extreme. I haven't turned the EQ knobs that much, but I'm going to start cranking things here. This pedal has a ton of low end and a ton of top end. I don't even have them maxed. I'm going to max them out, see what that does. Yeah, there's a ton of low end, and I haven't even touched the the power amp controls yet. I'm going to turn the power amp depth up, which I think is going to make me have to go to the bathroom, but we'll see what happens. Oh my God, there's so much low end going on right now. I don't know if the 57's picking it up, but it's crazy. I'm going to back that off a little bit. The other thing is I haven't really cracked the distortion past center. Let's turn that up and see what happens. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, I'm going to try to make more of a rock type rhythm sound, something I would use on a gig, and I'll see if I can do that with this pedal. So let's try. I'm going to turn the gain down first. When you start to turn the distortion down enough, the pedal starts to run out of steam. It doesn't like being there. So I'm going to kick in a little more distortion. That's pretty cool. Now I want to see about getting a lead sound, something I would use normally. I'm going to try, instead of using the sweepable mid as a cut, which is the most common way of using this pedal, I'm going to use it as a boost. Oh, and just to show you how sweepy it can get, that's with the cut all the way down. I should have said scoopy, just to see how scoopy it can get. So now I'm going to boost it a little bit. It's a lot of boosts. Wow. I'm going to max it out for a second just to hear it. It's almost like a, you know. It's got that tone to it. That's a great sound. Let's try some other frequencies on that sweep and see what they do for the tone. That's with the sweep all the way down. That's starting to get a little weird sounding. That's almost starting to sound a little bit like a wah on. And once you get to the right side of the knob, up to the high frequencies, it starts getting into the top end and gets a little shrill sounding. So I guess for me, I would, if I was going to do a cut for like a metal or rock rhythm sound, I would keep the frequency in the middle. I guess that's, what is that? It's probably like 1K or something. And I would boost to the lower end of the spectrum on that sweep. I mean, that's fine if you like that. I just think that's a little too harsh sounding. For me, that's a nice frequency. It'll punch right through a mix. I'll put some more gain on because why the hell not? And that's even, I have the mid gain, level knob barely cracked. I'll put it up a little more just so you can hear what it's doing. I mean, that's probably too much for me. But just a little does it. And again, I haven't messed with any of the controls on the power amp. We could do that. There's a voicing knob. I just turned it off. All that sounds like it's doing is removing some top end or turning off a mid-range thing. I don't know. So I would say this is a successful test, and this is totally a usable sound. This is just this pedal going right into the power amp. Now, this is not a cheap power amp, so I'm not surprised that this power amp made this pedal sound awesome. I mean, the pedal's awesome to begin with. It's just, I have to agree with what Ola said in his video, that it's misused a lot, because if you plug that into the front of an amp, it has too much, it's too powerful to go into the front of an amp. It has too many tone shaping controls. It is a preamp. This pedal's totally a preamp. I mean, I think this proved that even further. Not that anyone needed me to prove it. Big thanks to Rob Saya for giving me this Metal Zone. It was a gift from him, so thank you, Rob. So that's this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.